Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Do English. Hope you're all doing great. If you're new here and looking to improve your English skills, you're at the right place. Take a moment to hit on the subscribe, like, and the notification bell. Let's grow this community. Just wanted to give you a heads up if you didn't already know, I conduct online English and IELTS classes as well as essay evaluation services. Connect with me for more information. Now let's get into the video. Conditionals are otherwise known as if clauses. They are used to talk about real and hypothetical or imaginary situations. There are two clauses in a conditional sentence: the main clause and the subordinate clause. As you know, the main clause expresses a complete thought. The conditional clause is a type of subordinate clause and is one that is incomplete or cannot stand on its own. A conditional clause introduces a condition using the if statement. An important thing to remember here is that the order of the clauses does not matter in a sentence. They are interchangeable. However, we need to learn how to punctuate them correctly. There are different types of conditionals. The first one is a zero conditional. Zero conditional is used to talk about facts or things that are generally true. When a condition is met, a certain result manifests. One thing to note here is that the if clause and the main clause must always be in the present simple tense. Let us look at the following examples. When the weather is cold, people wear warm clothes. This is a true statement or a general fact. Here is the next example. If she runs a lot, she feels tired. What we are essentially saying here is that it is always or 100% true that she feels tired when she runs a lot, and not 90% of the time. Note that when the conditional clause appears at the beginning of a sentence, we need to add a comma before the main clause. However, if the main clause comes first, we can leave out the comma. Here is the last example. When they travel to a new place, they try the local cuisine. The first conditional is generally used to talk about a future situation or a result that is likely to occur when a certain condition is met. The probability of the result is likely but cannot be guaranteed. The if clause needs to be in the present simple tense and the main clause in the future simple. Here one would use will and the base form of the verb. Here is an example. If the workload is heavy, she will help you. This means that it's almost certain that she will help, but it is not guaranteed. Here are a few more examples. I will update you when the presentation is ready. If the government gives priority to quality education, the students will stand to benefit. Now, here are a few mistakes that can happen when using the first conditional. Here is an example. When I will visit this place, I will try the local cuisine. This should be when I visit this place, I will try the local cuisine. You don't need to use the future tense in both the clauses. All you need to do is add the future tense in the main clause. When we talk about unlikely or unrealistic conditions and results, we use a second conditional. Unlike the zero in the first conditional, where the if clause is expressed in the simple present tense, in the second conditional, the if clause takes the past simple form. The main clause uses the modal auxiliary verb would to express the unlikelihood of the result. The main clause combines would and the base form of the verb. One could also use other modal auxiliary verbs such as could or might. If he won the prize, he would feel ecstatic. What we mean here is he is unlikely to win the prize, but if we were to imagine that he won the prize, he would feel ecstatic. Here are a few other examples. The weather would be pleasant if it rained today. Another one is if they came over, it should be a lot of fun. Now, with IELTS Speaking Module Part 3, there are times when the examiner would use a second conditional. Here is an example. If you were assigned a challenging task, what would you do? So your answer would go as if I were offered a difficult or challenging task, I would. And you can go ahead and fill in the blanks with your answer. Here is a mistake that you must avoid when using the second conditional. If we worked extra hours, we can finish the task. The conditional clause is in the past tense. We know this because of the verb worked. So in the main clause, we need to use the modal auxiliary verb to help express an imaginary result. So the sentence would be, if we worked extra hours, we could finish the task. The third conditional is used to talk about imaginary situations. Here we talk about things that we wish we could have done differently in order to experience a better outcome. There is a sense of regret expressed in these sentences. The if clause combines the past perfect, which is had, and the past participle form of the verb. The main clause, on the other hand, combines would have and the past participle. If she had reached there earlier, she would have met them. In reality, she would have reached there on time or a bit late. But if she had made arrangements to reach the venue a little early, she could have met them. Here is another example. If she had entered the competition, she would have won the prize. In case you're looking to learn about past participle, check out my video here on regular verbs versus irregular verbs. We are here at the end of the video. I hope this lesson was able to bring clarity to this topic on conditionals. I would like to kindly remind you to hit on the like button and be a part of this wonderful community before you sign out of this video. This is a great way of letting me know that you enjoyed the content. In order for this community to grow, your support is crucial. If you're looking for online classes or essay evaluation services, send me a message or use the comment section below. Let me know if you have any questions. I will see you all soon with another interesting video.